Hey guys, welcome to the CryptoMinerBros YouTube channel. This is a specific how-to video on how to set up the new Canaan Avalon Q. I'm going to showcase this to you guys today, how to get it mining. We're going to be solo mining Bitcoin with this thing. Alright, so I'll show you how to do that in today's video demonstration. Thanks to CryptoMinerBros.com. If you guys are interested in one of these Avalon Qs, check them out, or any other ASICs that are on their website. Feel free to use code REDPANDA for $70 off if you're interested. Links down below. Alright, so let's get started. So if you received an Avalon Q, a new Canaan Avalon Q, it's going to come in a big box like this, and it's going to come then in a box within a box, okay? And then you're going to open it up, and you're going to be presented with the Avalon Q and also a quick start guide and also the power cable, okay? It's going to come in a box like this. Also, there's going to be a little Wi-Fi adapter which you're going to be plugging into the front of the Avalon Q. Alternatively, of course, you can use Ethernet if you wish, if you want lower latency. Here is the power cable that I received. I am in North America, so this is a C19 going into a NEMA 515p plug. So, big disclaimer, before you plug this in, you should verify what type of power infrastructure you have in your house. So if you have these types of outlets, which this cable will work for, just be mindful on the high super mode on the Avalon Q, it will not work on a 15 amp circuit. So just verify in your circuit panels, you know, depending on if you have an older house or a newer house, older houses will probably have the 15 amp breakers, okay? So that will not bode well for anyone that's on, you know, this type of circuitry. It will not work on super mode, but on standard mode or low mode, the Avalon Q will work for those modes, no problem. But if you're in maybe a newer infrastructure house, you might have 20 amp 120 volt circuits, then you can run on super mode. Granted, make sure you have nothing else running on that circuit so that you can run the Avalon Q on super mode. So just be mindful of that first, okay? Because 15 amp, you do the math, 15 amp times 120, that's about 1800 watts. But the Avalon Q on super mode, it's about over 1800 watts. So the 20 amp 120 volt will go up to about 2400 watts, and that will bode well on the Avalon Q on super mode. So just be mindful of that. Okay, so this thing, the Avalon Q, it is a great heater, okay? So wherever you want to put this thing, you can put it anywhere, because to set it up, we're actually going to be using our phone to connect to this to set it up first initially. So you do not need to plug in the Ethernet or anything. Only thing that we need to plug in right now is going to be the power and also the Wi-Fi adapter, if you want to do the Wi-Fi way, which I think most people are going to do. So we're going to plug in the Wi-Fi adapter, okay? It's just a little USB dongle that goes right into the USB port on the front of the Avalon Q. Then on the back, okay, as we move on to the back here, okay, we're going to be plugging in the C19 end, the power cable that came with the Avalon Q. So we're just going to plug it in just like so, okay? Then we're going to plug the other end into my wall outlet here, okay? And then we're going to hit the power button that's on the back, on the top of the Avalon Q, like that. Okay, and it's going to turn on. And while that's turning on, I just want to show you guys quickly, okay, if you are running this thing for a while and it will collect dust because all the air is going to be going through the front, you can easily just pull the side cover here, just like this, okay, and it will come off just like that, okay? Then you can remove the fan filters and clean them up and then slide them back in. Okay, and then just to put it back, it just snaps in. Okay, so we're gonna need to whip out your phone now, Android or Apple. So this demonstration I'm gonna show you guys with a Apple iPhone here. So you're gonna need to download the Avalon Family app. Okay, so once you have that downloaded, you're gonna open it, okay? And I already have a few Avalon devices added, as you guys can see here, but we're gonna go to the top right now, okay, the 3 lines, and we're gonna add a new device. Okay, so while this thing is on, it's gonna be broadcasting its own address. All right, so back in the app, make sure your Bluetooth and location services are on, because that's what it's gonna use to communicate. Okay, so now we're gonna hit search, and it found it right away. Okay, so now we're just gonna click on it. that will be the ID that you will see on yours. Yours will be different. So now I'm gonna hit connect, and it's gonna connect to it. Now I'm gonna have to connect to my own SSID at home, my own Wi-Fi connection, so that it can, anywhere you mine with this thing, it will wirelessly connect to your Wi-Fi network. So connect to your Wi-Fi network, put your SSID in and the password. Okay, so I've entered mine in. I'm gonna hit save, and it should connect to the Wi-Fi network of your house. Okay, so it should say succeeded. There we go. All right, now it's going to be added to your Avalon family app. You can now click on it, okay, and it's going to ask you right away, new device join, recommended to change password. So you're going to hit OK on that one, and you're going to be wanting to change the password. So the initial password here, you're going to type in admin, because that's the default password. Then you're going to type in your new password. Do that twice, and then you're going to hit save. And press OK. It will automatically restart. And it says succeeded. Okay, so it's gonna restart, and then once it comes back up, we're gonna put in the mining pool. Okay, so after about a minute, it should come back up. You're gonna click on it within the app. Now we are gonna set up the mining pool. So we're gonna go to settings, and you're gonna see pool config. Click on that. Now we're going to enter in our pool address, worker name, and password. So this is where you're going to choose a Bitcoin mining pool which you want to solo mine, if you want to, okay? So we also want to make sure we click on the solo mode here if you want to do solo mining. Of course, you can do pool mining with this if you like, but today's demonstration, we're going to be doing the solo mode. I mean, it's the same thing. You can either click that off if you want to do pool mining, or click it on to do solo mining. Now, let me put in the pool of my choice here. Okay, so I chose solo.ckpool.org. It's a very popular solo mining Bitcoin mining pool. Alternatively, you can make your own node, solo mine to that if you want, but make sure you learn how to do that. But anyways, for now, pool address 1, I'm doing solo.ckpool.org. I've entered in my Bitcoin address that I have on a cold storage wallet so that the Bitcoin will go there if I ever found a block. And then I put a period and then a worker name, which could be anything that you want. I'm just calling mine Avalon Q. And then password, I just put X, okay? Now, you gotta make sure you input number 2, mining pool as well, the backup pool. I just did the same one for solo.ckpool.org. And then for the third one, I have an actual different mining pool, bitcoin.viabtc.io. So in case CK pool goes down, it will go to via BTC. Okay, so that's why there's 3 different mining pools there as a backup. Okay, so once you have that all in, then you're gonna hit save. Okay, and you have to enter the password, hit OK. Okay, and the device will automatically restart. Oh, continue and succeed. Okay, so let's give it 1 minute. It should come back up. Okay, so once it's back on, you should tell just by looking at the screen on the Avalon Q. Okay, we're gonna go back into the app, make sure it is all good. Just confirm that your pool settings and config is good. Yep, it looks like that is good. So what I'm gonna do now, okay, and it should start mining. What I'm gonna do though, because my outlet is on a 15 amp circuit, so I'm gonna be putting mine on eco mode. Okay, and you can just do that by clicking on Eco, and it will automatically change to Eco mode on the Avalon Q itself. Okay, and you may notice in the app there's also a timer mode here if you want to, to be able to turn it on at certain times or off at certain times. It really helps, especially I guess during the summertime like now. It might be really hot in your house, so if you're using this as a heater, you probably want to turn it off during the day, but then have it on during the nighttime. Okay, so settings here. You can see that there's a filter clear here if you want to, clear the filter message. You can change the password. You can change the pool if you want. And that's it, guys. That's really how you set it up. And yeah, you can see now it is mining. You can see the terahash at the top of the app right there. You can also see it on the miner itself. Okay, so if we're looking up here on the screen itself, you can see it. It's starting to mine right now. It also shows the power consumption as well, around 800, it says 800 watts, but actually I believe it's reporting about 50 watts more, because at the wall I'm actually using about 748 watts on eco mode. So yeah, take that with a grain of salt. It's going to probably use just a bit more or show a bit more on the stats of the Avalon Q itself. But there you guys go. That's it. It's very easy to set up the Avalon Q. Now you can turn it off if you want and move it anywhere that you basically need heat, and it will automatically connect and start mining right away once you turn it on in your desired location. You can move it around anywhere and it will just connect. Only within your house, of course, because it's connecting to your Wi-Fi. All right, if you move it to another place on someone else's house, it's gonna look for that same Wi-Fi SSID. So if you don't have, you know, the same Wi-Fi network over there or wherever you move it, it's not gonna connect. Then you're gonna need to go through the whole process and probably do a factory reset. There's actually a reset button right here. Okay, you gotta hold that down for 5 seconds. It will reboot, takes like a minute or two, and then you got to go through the whole process of adding it through the app again, okay, which I showed you in the beginning. So if you need to do that, that is available. All right, guys, that's it. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Thank you, CryptoMinerBros, for letting me set up this Avalon Q for you all. Hopefully this video does well. Again, if you're looking for this miner or any other Bitcoin miner or any other type of ASIC out there, check out CryptoMinerBros.com. Use code RedPanda for 70 bucks off. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good one. Peace out. Peace out.